Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Hornets Hockey Network, where unfortunately we have a little bit of an abbreviated intro for you, because tonight is a little bit different. Tonight, we are not playing at the W.G. Allen Arena. We are playing on the Duke Schneider rink in the same building here in Skaneateles, where your FM Hornets are going up against Broome County. Sort of team that's a conglomerate of a couple different players from a couple different teams in the Broome County High School Hockey Association down in the Binghamton area. So this will be a little bit different and a little bit interesting. And I will say as well, if you do notice a difference in microphone quality, that is because I am using a new headset. I just picked up a couple in anticipation of me and one of my other friends, at least, coming on to the show here. His name is Eric Shear. Coming up at our next game on the 18th versus Auburn, we're at least planning on him actually providing color commentary as well. So for the first time ever, it won't just be me. So, but that's a couple weeks away. Tonight, at least, we have a little bit of a different little match for you here at the Schneider Arena, the Duke Arena, I should say, as it's more colloquially known. And now, looks like your Hornets are getting ready themselves. Broome County on the other side in their very light blue, very Arctic-themed jerseys. Getting ready around the net, picking up pucks. And we are almost to go here for a little bit of an impromptu round 3 of the Skaneateles Summer Series. Anyways, FM coming to the center here. Broome County still trying to get everything together for the start of this game here. And the Hornets will send out some of their best. Jalen Meyer, we've got Walker Thompson, both the main twins, and Nico Capriati will start the game for the Hornets. And here we come. One goaltender's at the ready. The other at the ready as well. Timekeepers are ready. We're ready up here. And the puck is dropped. This one forward by the Hornets. They'll try to get it just into the Broome County end there. Dumping that one in is Tyler Main. Grabbing that is Broome County. They'll get it into the near corner. Looking over their options, coming up the near side, trying to get it out. Tyler Main able to put a big hit on. And he will grab that from his brother and put it back into the near corner. FM, though, trying to send it to the other side. Broome County picking it up in the far corner. They'll send it to the near side. Off the boards it goes, and it'll roll into the FM's own. Walker Thompson, though, grabbing that, sending that just out. And here comes Drew Main trying to get it out, and it's popped up and up into the benches here. Or the bleachers, I should say. Not quite the benches. The benches are on the other side. 15:32 remains in this first period of play. Still no score from the Duke Arena here on the shores of Skaneateles Lake. Face-off one back by the Hornets. Walker Thompson taking that up the near side. He will dump it into the Broome County end. Broome County, though, looking to stop that. Will Sanzone will try to grab that himself. Connor McDonald going in to help him. Walker Thompson, though, able to grab that. Just keeps it in for a couple seconds later, but Broome County able to take it out. Connor McDonald, though, grabbing that, dumping it back in. Broome County, some of their defenders grabbing it below the goal line. They send it up the near side. Looking over his options as he skates it towards the center. He'll send it to the far side D-man. Connor McDonald putting on some pressure there. And him, Joe, and Leveroni are able to stop any sort of advancements. But here comes Broome County nonetheless. Coming towards the center. Through a few FM defenders. They put him in a little bit of a sandwich. And the puck will be covered by Chris Finger. 14:52 remains now. First period of play. Still no score. This face-off just to the right of Chris Finger in the Hornets' end. Face-off one to the side by FM. But Dimitri Sergeev just sending that out. I think he expected the boards here to be a little bit taller like they are in the Allen Arena. But nope. This is the Duke rake. Face off yet again to the right of Finger. This one back by Broome County. The defender takes a shot. It's blocked away by Finger. Nick Sergeev going towards the boards to get it. Broome County, though, coming off the boards with it. Just gets a little bit tripped up there. And here comes Dimitri Sergeev with it up the far side. Over the red line he goes now. Trying to pass the benches here, but Broome County stopping him in the neutral zone. They'll send that puck the other way. Henry Dougherty getting into the near corner, sending it over to the far side. Dimitri Sergeev grabbing that along the boards. A lot of pressure going on there. It pops out towards the center. Henry Dougherty will chase it. He will knock it just out of the zone. Broome County trying to possess it as the Hornets swarm to put some pressure on. Nick Sergeev grabbing that, trying to forward it over to Henry Dougherty. And he will grab that, sending it towards the goal there, but it pops out and gets into the far corner. Hornets trying everything they can to get some pressure on. A shot from the point and gets blocked away. FM almost losing sight of that puck. Jalen Meyer kicking it towards the man coming off the bench. That one's Nico Capriati. They'll try to get it just out of the zone here, but Broome County able to put some pressure on here. They get it. And here comes Henry Dougherty with the puck for FM after that little scuffle. Henry Dougherty coming up the far side into the Broome County end. Looking over his options, he sends it over to Tyler Main. Main gets some pressure put on him, though. Broome County will just temporarily grab that. We'll grab it now for a little longer. They'll take it around the net here, trying to come up the near side, and they do. Over into the FM end, trying to get it across to his fellow man over there. Didn't quite go. Broome County having to regroup. Looking over his options, sending it back up the near side. A little bit of a touching play, trying to get that deep into the zone through a series of redirects. Didn't quite go well for them. FM will try to possess it, trying to get it out of their zone again. And here comes Drew Main, grabbing that from the near boards. Sending it up to Walker Thompson. Thompson looking over his options. Still under some pressure from that one Broome County offenseman. And boy, oh boy. Spelled a little bit of trouble. Thankfully, they're able to dump that one in. Off the near boards it goes from Broome County, rolling all the way down the ice. That will be an ice save. 12:54 remaining in this first period of play. Still no score from the Duke Arena. Face off to the left of the Broome County goaltender. Face off, one to the side by FM. Able to grab it there. Shot will go, but it won't get to the goaltender. Goes through a couple defenders, and boy, oh boy, things are getting a little bit sticky here. Connor McDonald trying to make something happen with that, but Broome County is able to get it out. Going for that, Gavin Nano with some help from Nick Sergeev, but that will be an icing. 12:34 now remaining in the first. Face off to the right of the Broome County goaltender. This one's one back now forward by Broome County. After a little bit of exchanging hands there, Broome County is able to get it into the FM zone, but Chris Finger will cover that before it does any damage. Just 10 seconds elapsed in that little play time. And the Hornets will change their lines. And we will go yet again. Face off to the right of Chris Finger and the Hornets end. This one won back by Broome County. They shoot and it goes wide of the net. That'll roll around along the near boards. Broome County will try to send it back in deep onto the near corner, but here comes Walker Thompson with that possession. Over the red line. They just get stopped just beyond that. They'll send it back to, I believe that's Jalen Meyer. He'll send it up to Walker Thompson, who will dump it in. Broome County going for it in their own end. It rolls all the way around to the far corner. Broome County just getting it off the boards there. Walker Thompson with a shot that gets redirected up into the glove of the goaltender. 11:55 remaining in this first period of play. Still no score. Who will be the first one to put a mark on the board? Face off to the left. Referee's just trying to keep those wingers in check as FM try to win that forward, but Broome County able to take it quickly. Drew Main, though, I should say, having none of that. He gets a little bit of a check as he brings it into the far corner. His brother Tyler helping him out. It squirts out, and Broome County will take that out of their own end. A little bit of a 2-on-1 here. They send it across. A shot will come, and it gets redirected wide of the net. Broome County trying to get it towards the center again, but here comes Drew Main with that possession over the Hornets blue line. Now over the Broome County blue line. Looking over his options, he shoots it. It's saved by the goaltender, but it's right in front of him. A shot will come again. It goes wide of the net. And rushing over to keep it in is Gavin Nano. He will just keep that in, handing it off to Tyler Main. Main with a shot. He's gone. And Tyler Main of the FM Hornets is the first one to put one up on that scoreboard. The score, 1-0 Hornets. Face off, one back by Broome County here off the center. They'll try to get some plays going here. They just get into the Hornets' end. Looking to set something up. They send it towards the center, but it just goes wide of the net. Joey Leveroni sending it back, but it gets into the Broome County, in the hands of the Broome County point man, which seemingly doesn't matter. Here comes Joey Leveroni the other way. And in quick succession, the Hornets have put two up on the board. Wow, what a one-man operation from Joey Leveroni there. Just pickpockets the point man and goes all the way and puts it in the net. Wow. Broome County dumping it back into the Hornets' end. Walker Thompson sending it all the way around for Dmitry Sergeev. Sergeev grabbing that. Sends it up. Broome County getting it over to the near side, though. Henry Dougherty picking that up for the Hornets, looking for some room in his own end, looking over his options. Sends it off the far boards. That'll go into the hands of Broome County, though. Back into their own zone, though. They send it towards the near side. Walker Thompson fighting with Henry Dougherty, alongside Henry Dougherty there. Dougherty getting it up further, but Broome County will possess it once again. Dougherty, though, putting on all the pressure he can. They'll just get it over the red line, and Dmitry Sergeev will steal that and dump it into this Broome County end as he gets a little bit sandwiched there. Undeterred, though, he'll go in and put some pressure on. He's able to grab that puck back. Oh, and he puts a big hit on himself. Nico Capriati coming in to help him. Sergeev still back there. Gets back to Capriati, gets all the way out to the point man. And Jalen Meyer just simply wasn't on that line. Walker Thompson grabbing it off the near boards, though. Coming back into the Broome County end. Looking over his options. Broome County, though, able to get it in their possession. Drew Main, though, and Nico Capriati able to put a shot on. But Broome County taking it the other way quickly. Here they come up the far side, into the FM end. Looking over his options as he turns it around. Here comes Tyler Main, though, grabbing that possession off the blue line. Over the Broome County blue line in the Broome County end. And that one is stopped by their goaltender. .9:15 remaining in this first period of play. Face off to the left side of Broome County's end. A shot from Gavin Nano off the face off, and that'll be gloved up by the goaltender. Face off, one to the side by Broome County. FM, though, able to get it quickly. What I say is the redirects will be covered by the goaltender yet again. Now this is our third take at that same face-off dot. Face-off one forward by Broome County. FM, though, able to take it. Here's Joey Leveroni walking it in. Tried to get it over to Sanson for a backhand shot, but it rolled around into the far corner. Connor McDonald looking to help him out, but Broome County able to grab it. Here they come, 3-on-2, able to get around the defenders. They've got a pretty good opportunity, but it's sick lead by Chris Finger. And Gavin Nano will grab that. Broome County, though, putting on the offense. They're able to keep it in the zone. Let's pop it out towards the center. That'll get redirected out of the zone. Broome County will have to regroup. Here comes Connor McDonald, able to redirect that forward back into the blue shirts' end. And they will have a penalty coming. They will call that offsides, I believe. We'll have a face-off on the near side. Here in the neutral zone. This one won back by Broome County. They'll take it over to the far side where there's a lot more room. Sending it towards the center, though. But it gets into the hands of the FM defenders. They'll try to get it out of their zone as quick as they can, but Broome County able to keep it in. They send it in the near corner. Back along towards the center it comes. They'll skate it out. A shot. It's saved by Chris Finger, and it gets redirected up into the netting. 8 minutes exactly remain in this first period of play. The score 2-0. FM over Broome County so far. Face-off, one back by Broome County. They're able to take that quickly, and it's just through a couple redirects. Chris Finger's able to scoop that up before it does any damage. 7:55 remains in this first period of play. Just 5 seconds elapsed in there, but it was good enough to get a shot off. Face off, one to the side by Broome County. They'll try to get it up to their point man, but FM is able to grab that. They forward it up to Tyler Main. It'll go along the board pretty quickly. They will not call that icing. Tyler Main grabbing that, but Broome County trying to take it out of their own zone. Walker Thompson give an effort to try to keep it in. It goes out on ultimately. Well, Walker Thompson putting in some work here, but Broome County taking it back into the FMN. Looking over his options, puts a shot, save, and another save after that second rebound there. And Chris Finger's able to shut him down. .26 remains in this first period of play. Face off, one back by Broome County. They're able to get it though, the Hornets. Here comes Tyler Main looking over his options, try to get it over his brother on the other side. But it gets just behind the goal, or just in front of the goal. It goes over into the far corner. Tyler Main still with the possession though, looking over his options still. Gets a little bit of pressure though, and that puck is knocked off of him. Broome County will grab that possession. Here comes Drew Main. He'll send it all the way around. It'll roll back into the far corner. Nico Capriati going in to help there, but here comes Broome County trying to get it out of their zone, but Gavin Nano says no. Here comes Tyler Main with that possession. He shoots, looking for his second goal of the game. But that one is stopped by the Broome County goaltender. .642 remains in this first period of play. Face-off now on the right side of Broome County's end. Face off. One to the side here. Joey Leveroni sending it in deep for Will Sanzone. Sanzone trying to send it out to the front here, but Connor McDonald will take it up. Broome County, though, looking to get possession back. Keeping that in is, I believe, Nick Sergeev. He puts a shot on, but it gets into traffic. Broome County able to take it out. Here they come up the near side. And FM able to stop them just beyond their own blue line here. And Joey Leveroni will take it himself, trying to get that back up. But Broome County sending it back towards the near side. Sergeev able to get that, not quite into the blue line. It goes quite yet. Broome County will dump it in, block it away by Chris Finger. And Nick Sergeev will pick it up. Looking over his options, he'll try to get a stretch pass up there for, I believe that is Joey Leveroni. But here comes Will Sanzone, able to get it into the Broome County end. A shot will just go bouncing wide of the net. Connor McDonald over to Sanzone. He tried to get it to Leveroni, but it was just a little bit fast, with a little bit of weight from the stick. They'll have to regroup as they send it back in. Sanzone in to put some pressure on. Joey Leveroni now puts some pressure on in the form of a big hit there that sends one or two girls that were sitting on the boards there a little bit reeling. Here comes Henry Downey with a shot, and it gets gloved up by the goaltender as Joey Leveroni throws off one of the Broome County defenders as if he is simply nothing. 5:22 remains in this first period of play. Face-off, one far back towards the FM end. Chris Finger will come out of his net. Looking to get it just off the boards there. A little bit of a stretch pass, but it goes into the Broome County end. And here comes the Hornets, though, with a shot. But it just goes wide of the net. Broome County able to grab that. Joe Leveroni hanging back. Looking over his options with that possession. He sends it back up the near side. This one's for Dmitry Sergeev. Sergeev handing it up to, that is Henry Dougherty. Sudden brain fart from yours truly, I should say. Grayson Mucha grabbing that, tried to send it towards the center. But Broome County grabbing that again as they come back up the far side. Into the Hornets end they go, into the far corner. Leveroni putting on a big hit. He'll send it towards the center. Leveroni will steal it back. Here he comes up the center. Over the Broome County blue line, he will dump it in, and he will go get a change. The next row of Hornets will come out. Broome County, though, sending it to the far side. A big hit will come from Sergeev. It's able to stop him, but they jump it in. Broome County working along the far side of the boards here. They'll send it below the goal line once again. Towards the center it goes, but it goes off the skate there. And Tyler Main, it'll go to the far board, or the near boards. Tyler Main able to forward it up. Here he comes with his brother and Nico Capriati. Towards the center it goes, but it gets redirected over to the far side. Broome County picking it up along the far boards. Here they come over the red line, over the blue line. Towards the near side it goes for another player, but he's not able to do anything with it as FM will take it the other way. Here comes Nico Capriati grabbing that off the boards. He'll come towards the center. He almost gets a little slew-footed there. He tries to drop it for the D-man. He's able to get a shot off, and it gets right in there. And a short shot will be absorbed by the goaltender. 3:32 remains in this first period of play. Score is still 2-0 in favor of the FM Hornets. Face-off, one back by Broome County. They'll get it right into the hands of Connor McDonald, and a shot, and he scores! And Joey Leveroni off a quick passing play. He'll get his second of the night. And with 3:25 left to go in the first, the score is 3-0 Hornets. Face-off in the center once again. This one tried to be won forward by Broome County. They almost pushed through there like a football team. But the Hornets are able to grab that and send it back into the Broome County end. Sandstone tried to send it towards the center, but it went off a defender and back towards the boards. Broome County will try to take it in the center now. They try to get it up to the far side. And, oh, a big hit from Jalen Meyer. And the referees will rule that a little high. And they will send him to the box. And I believe they may rule that elbowing, as the referee was indicating toward his elbow. But boy, oh boy, Jalen Meyer sent that kid over backwards. And this is the point in time where I wish we had a replay button. 3:03 remains in this first period of play. The Hornets on their first penalty kill so far this game. Joey Leveroni grabbing that. He gets just out of the zone here. Here comes Connor McDonald with a shorty opportunity. He just doesn't get it over the blue line. Broome County will possess that in their own end. Looking over at his options. Chooses to come through the center with a little bit closer to the far side. But the Hornets are able to grab that back. Will Sansom putting in some good work. Looking over his options. Gets a big hit there. He's able to keep the puck within his vicinity, though. He's able to get up, but Broome County will send it towards the far side. Connor McDonald in putting on some forecheck with him. Broome County getting it up the near side, sending a stretch pass over to the far side, just passing the FM bench into the Hornets' end. They send it towards the center, but nothing will come. And here comes Will Sanzone with the help of Joey Leveroni, looking over his options, able to get it around that defender, looking over his options, wheels it around, but nothing will come there. Broome County coming up the near side they go. 2 minutes remaining in this first period of play as Broome County still on that power play, but the Hornets taking it back once again. Here comes Joey Leveroni. He wants that hat trick, I bet. He sends it towards the center, though, but no shot will come. Drew Main grabbing that. Leveroni helping him out. It's Broome County who will possess it back. They send it towards the center, and they will wave off that icing. Chris Finger looking to stop it behind his own net. He sends it the other way. Just out of harm's way. The Hornets will ice it. And Broome County will pick it up in their own end. Henry Dougherty able to put some pressure on. They'll send it towards the near side, and they will skid it up over the FM blue line. He sends it back towards the point man. They'll send it towards the center. Gets off a skate right back to that same point man, and they will rule that high sticking. But thankfully, Broome County touches it. It gets washed out. Broome County sending it back into the corner as we are even strength. Wow, what a penalty kill by the Hornets. Broome County able to, or trying to get that possession back. Here comes Tyler Main, and it'll send it high over the glass and into the steel walls of this building. 46.9 seconds remain in this first period of play. The score is 3-0. Hornets over Broome County. Face off. One back by Broome County. They put a shot on it. It goes wide. Looking over their options. They try to keep it in. They send it into the near corner. Tried to send it towards the center. Right in close on Chris Finger. And he's able to. Oh, he's not able to stop it. They just get it past him. The score with 32.8 left to go in the first is 3-1. FM still over Broome County. They were finally able to get one in, and they had to come real tight and close. I don't think Chris Finger is too happy with any sort of ruling that might have come. But here come the Hornets nonetheless. 30 seconds left to go in this first period. They tried to send it towards the center, but Broome County able to grab that possession. They come up the far side. Just over the red line they come towards the center, though, but they dump it into the far corner. Looking over their options, coming around towards the near side, getting some pressure from Capriati. They're able to get it around him. Here comes Nico Capriati, and he gets a little bit tripped up there. Oh! And that shot looked like it would have went if they had any more time. But at the end of this first period, the score is FM 3, Broome County 1. And unfortunately, we don't have a shots on goal board here, which is a little bit of a shame, but I can predict that it is a little bit probably more even than you would think. But anyways, we'll be back after this. We'll go to intermission. Keep it here on the Hornets Hockey Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. After a little quick break there, I hope you were able to get a drink. We will switch sides, as is tradition in this game of hockey. One goaltender's ready. The other will skate to his crease and ready himself up. Timekeepers are. We're ready as well. And the second period is underway. FM will win that back quickly. Walker Thompson trying to get it into the Broome County end, but Broome County will get it deep into the Hornets end. Jalen Meyer looking over his options, sends it off the far boards, and it'll get into the hands of Connor McDonald. Over the blue line they come, shooting it in, and covering that will be Broome County's goaltender. Oh, and we've lost a little bit of time here. That clock was never started. So it seems the timekeepers weren't quite ready. Face off. One forward by the Hornets. Broome County, though, sending it quickly along the other side and able to keep it in is Jalen Meyer. Broome County, though, sending it high and out. It'll get just to the red line. And Joey Laveroni, with one hand on his stick, is able to foil that one Broome County player, but they will send it in nonetheless. Chris Finger sending it up the near boards for Joey Laveroni. Looking over his options, gets it off the boards. It doesn't quite get out of the zone. Broome County keeping that in. They'll send it just down the boards here. Joey Laveroni sending it into the far corner, but Broome County getting that back. And almost high stick in there from Will Sanzone, but he and his teammates will get it into the Broome County end. Through a little bit of a rush here. Oh, and he gets tripped up. And FM will touch it and keep trying to touch it. Chris Finger will come to the bench for an extra attacker. Walker Thompson with a shot, and it goes wide of the net. And Broome County will touch that, send it all the way around, and we will have 2 minutes for tripping. Number 21 for Broome County, which unfortunately we don't have too much information on this Broome County team. Don't even know what their name is, which I'd say is a little bit of a shame because their uniforms are quite nice. Possibly with a little bit of Yeti/Bigfoot inspiration, as that logo on the front of their jerseys is sort of a Yeti print with a little B inside of it for Broome County. Anyways, the Hornets with their first power play of this game. They'll get it just in there. Will Sanzone coming off the blue line, shoots it, and it goes into traffic, and it gets stopped there. Broome County will try to forward that forward away, trying to get a little bit of an opportunity here. Shorty, they'll send it on the goal of Chris Finger, but it gets stopped by him. The Hornets will try to pick it up here. Broome County, though, able to put on some pressure. They've got 2 men deep in that Hornets end. And the Hornets will get it up there. Nico Capriati looking to make some moves at that blue line, but Broome County able to thwart that. They'll grab that, send it the other way, and we will have a penalty. And that'll be 2 minutes for interference. Boy, oh boy. They have put 9 minutes and 20 seconds on the board for number 21, who did the tripping penalty. My question is, did he get a 10-minute misconduct? I think he may have, because he just tripped Tyler Main, I believe it was, and Tyler Main went a little bit head first into those boards. So possibly the referees ruled a little bit of a dangerous action there. So they may have put 10 minutes on that board. Unless if the timekeeper may have had a little bit of a typo. Nonetheless, we shall continue. Broome County grabbing that quickly off the faceoff. Here they go. It's a good opportunity here, but it goes a little deep. They'll try to get it towards them. And once again, the clock was never started. There's no way that only 4 seconds passed in that entire altercation there. No time was ever put on the board, so I'm not sure why they started the game. So I can tell you from the, well, admittedly little past experience as a referee, well, you're not supposed to start it before any time is put on the board, and a big shot there will come to the defenders. Broome County almost acting like it's even strength here. FM sending it to the near side. Joey Leveroni coming out the near side he goes. It gets it stolen away from him, and a shot will go right wide of the net. Drew Main grabbing that for the Hornets. Sends it up off the boards for Nico Capriati. He'll grab that at the blue line. Looking to set something up. He'll just chip it in to the far corner for Tyler Main. And they will set something up here. So Leveroni sending it deep below the goal line. Drew Main picking it up. Back up to Leveroni at the top. Back to Sanzone. He shoots it and it goes just wide. And the goaltender might have had a little bit of fear in him from such a big slap shot. But here comes Broome County the other way, sending it towards the center. And Chris Finger doesn't quite know where it is. His defender, the former Tyler Main, got a little bit in his face. But here comes FM, a stretch pass the other way. They've got a 2-on-1. Sends it over to Capriati, who tried to take a shot there, but nothing came from it. Capriati looking to redeem himself. He sends it back to Tyler Main. Main, deep to Leveroni. Leveroni up to Sanzone, a shot, and a goal wide. And one player comes out of the box. And I believe that is 2 minutes elapsed here. FM, grabbing that. They'll send it up to Tyler Main. Instead, sends it up to Nick Sergeev. It gets rolled around there for a rebound. But Broome County's able to grab that. They send it deep up through the legs of Nick Sergeev. He's able to grab that, though, and he sends it up to Joey Leveroni. Leveroni entering the Broome County end. Looking over his options, drops it back to Sanzone. He shoots it again, but it's wide again. Walker Thompson fighting in that far corner, trying to keep the possession in the Hornets' hands. Broome County sending it towards the center. Their defenders will pick it up, try to get a stretch pass there, but it's kept in by Joey Leveroni, who makes a good move there, makes another good move around a couple defenders. He sends it in there, shot, and he scores! And Walker Thompson right back door. He's able to tip it in, and the Hornets will re-extend their lead to 3. And that'll be a power play goal for Walker Thompson. Quite the good assist by Joey Leveroni. Possibly put in most of the work in that one. But thankfully, Walker Thompson, good position in there. He was able to tap it in where there wasn't any goaltender. Fighting now deep in the near corner of the Broome County end. Looking over his options. Broome County possessing it below the goal line. Turns around, tries to turn around again. Henry Dougherty looking to grab that for the Hornets, but Broome County able to grab that quickly, and they will get it up. And up the far side they come, back into the Hornets' end. Looking over his options, trying to get it across, and we will have a penalty on one of the Sergeevs. And that'll be 2 for hooking. As that Broome County player went right into the post of Chris Finger's net. And Nick Sergeev will go to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. And situations like that explain why the pegs of the nets on these ice rinks are not rigid. Because if they were, somebody would get seriously hurt in something like that. Face off to the right of Chris Finger. Face off one forward by the Hornets. Tyler Main able to get it out quickly as they are on a penalty kill now. Their second penalty kill of the game. So far they have killed off one completely. Broome County facing the ability and skill of Tyler Main here. Two of them are not quite able to cope. Tyler Main able to keep it in the Broome County end. But here comes Broome County coming the other way. Drew Main, though, looking to get possession of that. He's able to halt it for now. Jalen Meyer going over to those far boards. And here comes Tyler Main once again. He just dumps it short into the Broome County end. Broome County getting it back and getting out of their zone. Coming up the center quickly. They've got almost a 2-on-2 here. trying to forward that in. Joe Leveroni getting it up to Drew Main. They'll try to get it out of the zone. Not quite yet. Broome County is able to keep it in. Looking over his options. He tried to take a shot there, but it gets pickpocketed by Joe Leveroni. Looking over his options, coming up the near side. Makes a move, makes another move, both successful. Joe Leveroni coming over the blue line, he shoots it, and it gets patted away by the goaltender. Leveroni looking over his options, sends it up, but it's into the hands of Broome County. They'll take it up the near side. Looking over his options as he comes into the zone, I should say. Getting it up. Joey Leveroni will forward that up and out of the Hornets' end, but Broome County will have to regroup here. Grabbing that. They'll get it just into the Hornets' end. They'll keep it in. Coming around the goal. A little bit backwards now is Jalen Meyer able to put on some pressure. They send it towards the center. A backhand shot will go wide of the net. They send it back in. They'll go towards the center, and FM will try to get it towards the boards. Broome County, though, still with that possession. And now it looks a little bit more like a conventional power play. But unfortunately, that power play is a little short-lived. We are even strength. They'll send it, try to wrap it around. It goes towards the center, and the Hornets will get it out quickly. Going to get that. Henry Dougherty, but Broome County able to grab that quickly in their own end. They are not a man up anymore. So the FM Hornets will be able to swarm as they please. Broome County, though, getting it up the other way, and he gets a little bit hooked up there. And the Hornets will take it the other way, courtesy of Walker Thompson. Can he get a number 2? Not quite. Right now, he's able to grab that back. He tried to wrap that around, and it's right in the legs of the goaltender. And they finally blow the whistle. And finally, they will erase that 10 minutes from the Broome County side of the scoreboard, which unfortunately didn't really mean much. I think we were just going by the clock itself. Face-off. 1 to the boards by Broome County. They were able to get it out of their zone and quickly, but that will be an icing. 8:21 remains in this second period of play. 4-1 is the score. FM over Broome County so far. But we are only halfway through this game. Face off, one back by Broome County. Looking over their options. Henry Dougherty, though, able to grab that. Get it over to the near side. Walker Thompson grabbing that off a defender there. Looking over their options, sends it towards the center. It's a rebound. And the Hornet was a little bit down in front there. Oh, and a big hit will come from one Broome County man. And they will get it back up. Along the blue line it goes, just trying to make sure that he's not offsides. Hands it over to Walker Thompson, who comes up the near boards. He will dump it in himself. 7:45 remaining in the second period. Broome County grabbing that below the goal line. Grayson Mucha, though, going to put some pressure on, but Broome County will grab that back instead. They'll send it off the far boards. Nick Sergeev, though, able to grab that. He puts a shot on it. It gets turned away by the goaltender, Henry Dougherty, grabbing that himself, trying to wrap it around. A shot will come from, I believe, Skaneateles Thompson, but it'll be hoovered up by the goaltender yet again. .7:22 remaining in this second period of play. 4-1, still our score so far. Face off, one back by the Hornets. You have a Nano trying to send it back into the near corner, but Broome County will get it out quickly. Here they come into the Hornets' end, trying to forward it. And it gets right into Chris Finger, who will cover it. 7:10 remaining in this second period of play. We are back at the other end. Face off, one back by the Hornets. Nick Sergeev sending it all the way around to the point man. He'll send it into the far corner, but Tyler Main will grab that for the Hornets. Looking over his options. Tried to send it through the middle here, but here he comes up the far side. Able to deter a couple hits there, but Broome County able to possess it here as they bring it into their own zone. And Tyler Main able to intercept that. Gets it off the boards here, up to Nick Sergeev. He will dump it into the far corner. Drew Main now going for it. Makes a couple moves around, tried to send it across to his brother, but it didn't quite go. Gavin Nano sending it back below the goal line for Capriati. Capriati, oh, and he gets a little bit of a hit put on him. Drew Main looking to go back the other way after a couple of moves here, but he gets thwarted by a hit from Broome County. They will take that back, and oh, Nico Capriati's a little bit lucky that he didn't get a penalty called on him. Oh, I say something, and immediately he does get a penalty called on him. Because boy, oh boy, that was a little bit of a wild stick, my friend. .6:14 remains in this second period of play. Face off now to the left side of the Hornets' end. This is their third penalty kill. 2 out of 3 now they have killed off. Can they make it a third? Well, guess we'll have to see as Broome County gets it right towards the center there. The point man will go DDD over towards the far side, back to the near side, more towards the center now. They will dump it into the far corner. Jalen Meyer grabbing that for FM. He will get it behind him, but Broome County will pick it up, try to possess it. Jalen Meyer grabbing that back, and a bit of a hit from the back will send him past that puck. And Broome County will possess it once again. Up to the point man at the center. He will dump it into the near corner. Jalen Meyer going in once again. He's putting in all the work he can, and Broome County throwing all the bodies they can. From the point it goes. Jalen Meyer grabbing that. He hands it up to Walker Thompson. They won't get very far, though, as Will Sanzone trying to put on some pressure, and Broome County trying to be as physical as they can here. And for those of you who have watched previous games of the Hornets Hockey Network, you'll know that physicality can do a little bit of things against the Hornets. So you got to wonder what Broome County has in store. 5 minutes remain in this second period of play. Broome County sending it to the far side. Coming into the Hornets' end, trying to set something up here with the few seconds of power play that they still have. Unfortunately, not up on the board. Which, unfortunately, I was not able to get the time in which Nico Capriati went to the box. But nonetheless, here comes Drew Main. Almost as if he's not on a penalty kill. He throws a big body himself, still with that puck. Along the far boards he goes, getting it deeper for his brother Tyler. It's Tyler's turn now. He gets it deeper in yet still. Drew Main going for it, making sure that Broome County doesn't have too big of a possession on it. And they will get that out. And Nico Capriati will be released from the box. And we will be even strength. 3 out of 3 penalty kills, 1 off by the Hornets. 4:11 remains in this second period of play. Face off now to the right of the Broome County goaltender. Face off, 1 back by the Hornets. Joe Leveroni getting it off the glass, deeper into the corner. Will Sanzone sending it towards the net, but Broome County able to grab that off their own goal. Broome County sitting behind their own net, over into the far corner now. Connor McDonald trying to put some pressure on here. He gets it back along those far boards. Pops out. Broome County is able to get it out. They get it towards the near side now. Nick Sergeev looking to put a big hit on. He's able to get him away from that puck, but nonetheless, it rolls deeper into the Hornets' end. Broome County able to grab that. Oh, and I think he tried to do a Michigan on there. And I don't think that's been done many times against Chris Finger. And with his skill, I don't think it'd necessarily work. Here comes Broome County nonetheless. They send it towards the center. Big shot from the point man. It goes, just over the net. Broome County trying to send it back here, but it gets into the hands of Nick Sergeev. He will get it off the boards. Up for Connor McDonald. A little bit of a slow puck, though, will mean that it gets back into the hands of Broome County. 3 minutes to go. Gets it towards the center, though. A backhand shot will be saved by the goaltender, thankfully, for Broome County at least. Will Sanson, though, with a shot, and it goes wide. Connor McDonald looking to put some pressure on. Will Sanson now trying to get it in there. Broome County, though, possessing it in their own end. Oh, and they will call a penalty on Will Sanson. I think they might call that a tripping. Because Broome County looking to get it out of their own end. They'll send it up, and that'll get, or at least try to get into the hands of Will Sanson. Broome County now with an extra attacker. A shot will go right and be gloved up by Chris Finger. We will have a penalty called on Will Sanson. And that will be indeed tripping. Boy, oh boy, that one Broome County defender did not know what hit him. Just Will Sanson coming from the back, just spinning him around. And I will inform you now, at 24 seconds left to go in this second period, Will Sanson will be released. Broome County, though, getting it just out of the zone here. They try to get it up the far side, and they'll just enter the zone of the Hornets. But here come the Main brothers, able to do some damage once again. Drew Main taking it into the zone. Here comes Tyler Main, though. He shoots it, and it gets blocked away by the goaltender. Broome County sending it back over towards the near side. Jalen Meyer almost dropping it there. Gets along the blue line. Broome County is able to pick it up just in front of their bench. It'll roll all the way around in the near corner of the Hornets' end. Broome County trying to grab that. Oh, coming off the boards he goes. A shot will come. It's saved by Chris Finger. And Tyler Main sending it all the way around. Broome County takes a shot, but it gets redirected off a defender there and goes slowly into the near corner. Coming out now, the Hornets able to put some pressure on. It gets up to the point man. Back into the corner it goes. Across to the near point man. He'll take a shot himself, and he gets gloved up by Finger. Oh, and the referees, I think they may be sending 2 men to the box. Possibly a little bit of a dispute here between these two players. The Broome County man can't quite seem to get his door open. I don't blame him, though. Some of those ice rink doors are a little tough. Well, thankfully, due to those clear glass windows that we have on those boards, thankfully, he's able to latch it open. 1:08 remains in this second period of play. 4-1 our score. Face-off to the left of Finger. This one won back by Broome County. They'll take a shot. Gets redirected towards the far boards by Dimitri Sergeev. Broome County sending it up to the far point man. He'll send it back into the corner. Putting on some pressure, though, is Dimitri Sergeev. He will not take your slow passing around. Broome County making a couple moves there, but no use. They'll send it back in. And Sergeev sending that back up and all the way out. Gets just off the stick of the goaltender. 10 seconds left to go in that penalty for Will Sanson. Don't think he quite realizes. Oh, now he's up. And Broome County trying to handle it along the near boards here. Here comes Nico Capriati. Able to get it just into the Broome County end. We are even strength due to the fact that those last 2 penalties were coincidental. 10 seconds remain in the second. Hands it over to Will Sanson. Looking over his options, tried to send it towards the center. Broome County is able to grab that. 5 seconds left. They send it up and out of the zone. Dimitri Sergeev gets it off the boards, and we will run out of time. And boy, oh boy, after an eventful second period here, a lot of penalties, admittedly, the score is 4-1. FM over Broome County. And boy, oh boy, have we got a good game so far. But anyways, we've still got a whole nother period to play. So we'll go to break for now, but keep it here on the Hornets Hockey Network. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hornets Hockey Network. We're here for period 3 of FM versus Broome County here at the Duke Arena of the Skaneateles YMCA here in the Finger Lakes. The score so far, 4-1, your Hornets over the Broome County, which, again, unfortunately, due to this being another conglomeration team, I should say, nothing was put in as to what name the Broome County team has taken up. I'd say possibly Broome County Bigfoots with the foot on the top of on the front of their jersey. That would probably make sense, at least alliteration-wise, and makes sense in theme as well. FM able to get it deep into the Broome County end. Keep in mind, there still are 2 men in the box. Tyler Main sending it up for Gavin Nano. He's able to kick it up, but Broome County able to grab that. Nano just trying to keep that in. Just rolls out right in front of us here. Broome County able to take that further up and now into the Hornets' end. I believe the Hornets as well have had a change of goaltender. And now is Sean LaMarche. Walker Thompson fighting with that one Broome County player there, and the one another player came flying in trying to put some body on. But nonetheless, here comes Walker Thompson. Broome County, though, able to stop him at the red line. Connor McDonald trying to thwart that one player there, but they're able to dump it in deeper. Walker Thompson getting it all the way high and out, and they will wave off any possible icing. Broome County looking behind their own net. They'll get it just out of their own zone. Gavin Nano will have to wait before he dumps it in. And he will dump it in regardless. Pulse Sand Zone will go for it. But Broome County sending it around the near side once again. Here they come. Sending it towards the center there. They'll try to get another shot on. And it's saved by Sean LaMarche, and he will be able to cover it. The 14-10 remaining in this third period of play. 4-1 still our score. Face off to the left of LaMarche. Face off one back by Broome County. They shoot it, and it goes just wide of the net. Looking to grab that. Broome County trying to get it off the boards at least. But here they come nonetheless. Look at all their options. Retreating all the way back into their own end. Let's send it up the near side. It's a little bit of body from Nick Sergeev, but still, they're able to keep it in. Sending it into the far corner. Broome County facing some pressure there from Jalen Meyer. And I can tell some of the players out here are not exactly as happy as they would want to be. Broome County sending that back in. They'll try to get it off the boards at least. Nick Sergeev, though, grabbing that. They'll send it towards the other side. It pops out towards the center, though. Nick Sergeev looking to get that out. He hands it up to Connor McDonald. Will Sanzone will go, and they will call that icing. .24 remaining in this third period of play. 4-1 still our score. Face off to the right of LaMarche. This one won back by Broome County. The Hornets, though, trying to get it out. Walker Thompson will forward it just over the blue line. Grayson Mucha helping him out. But Broome County looking to take it once again, but they will rule that offsides. .11 remains in this third period of play. Referees just trying to keep the wingman in check because, well, they like to cheat in. Here comes Dmitry Sergeev off of that faceoff. He's off and running. Not able to get a shot off. He'll try to just poke it in the in the corner of the post there. He's able to grab it back, and a redirection will go over the net. Looking to grab that, Ellis Thompson. Here comes Broome County once again, though. They shoot. It's saved by Sean LaMarche. Ellis Thompson grabbing it off the boards again. Here comes Broome County, though, able to keep it in. And going for that quickly was Grayson Mucha. Just trying to get all the pressure they can put on. Here comes Mucha up the far side. Hands it over to Ellis Thompson. Thompson trying to make a couple moves. He leaves that there. Broome County will pick it up. Setting up the near side they go. Looking over his options. Sends that up. And that'll get into the hands of FM. Here comes Tyler Main. Looking over his options, making a couple moves. He shoots. And it's saved by the goaltender. Finally now covered up. After a couple seconds of it sitting there, just about a foot away from his glove. But nonetheless, with 12:06 left to go in this third period, we have a little bit of a stoppage. This Broome County goaltender just checking his pads, making sure everything works. Unfortunately, I can't really say that it's worked too well for him so far, at least scoreboard speaking. Broome County sending it up and out of the zone. It'll get over the blue line, but that man went over the blue line before the puck did. That'll be offsides. Face off in front of the FM bench. This one will be won forward by Broome County. They'll get it over to the wingman. Gets a backhand, but it goes wide of the net. Nick Sergeev going in to put some pressure on. Looking to grab that, Tyler Main. Getting it off the boards, and that'll get up for his brother Drew. Drew coming into the Broome County end. A backhand shot from Nico Capriati, and that will be ruled a high-sticking infraction. That'll go out of the zone. And one of those Broome County players having a few words there with Nico Capriati. Hopefully all positive, but, well, from past experience, it seldom is. And boy, oh boy, the referees will send it all the way down, back into the Hornets' end. This one will be to the left of Sean LaMarche. In the Hornets' end, with 11:30 left to go in the third. This one won forward by Broome County, and a quick shot will be saved by Sean LaMarche. And a big shot again from the point. That'll go wide. Going over towards the far side of the boards. And grabbing that, Joey Leveroni able to pickpocket it. He hands it up for Connor McDonald. Him, Leveroni, and Sandzone will go. They shoot it. It gets patted away by the goaltender. Jalen Meyer able to send it back in. Will Sandzone trying to escape that one player there who got tangled up with him. They'll send it deep, and they'll try to get it up to Leveroni, but the one-timer didn't quite go. Broome County will be able to get it out. Here they come, back into the Hornets' end. Getting it over, and the Hornets are able to get that intercepted quickly. Here comes Will Sandzone the other way. Him and Leveroni sends it over, but he's not able to catch that pass. Leveroni grabbing it off the boards. Connor McDonald sending that deeper in. McDonald trying to go for it again as it pops out towards that faceoff dot. Jalen Meyer keeping it in, sending it all the way around into the near corner. Broome County looking over their options. A little bit of a backwards pass to their defenders below the goal line. Looking over their options, sends it off the near boards. But a little bit of pressure there from Henry Dougherty will keep that in the zone. But it goes out once again. Broome County getting it off the boards. They'll get it just into the Hornets' end. The Hornets defenders, though, will get it out quickly. Sending it back up. Broome County getting it back. A shot will come as they enter the Hornets' end, but it gets off a defender and it goes over to the near boards. Bring it back out are the Hornets. Grayson Mucha putting on all the speed he can. He'll get it towards the center. Gets off a defender, though. Broome County will look to possess again. Keeping it in, though, is Gavin Nano, and so does Henry Dougherty. He'll try to hand it over to I believe that is Dimitri Sergeev. No call there. Broome County will get it back into the Hornets' end, making a couple moves, gets a little bit tripped up on his own self, though. We'll go into the near corner. Broome County looking to grab that, sending it deeper into the near corner once again. They try to get it towards the center. A shot will come, and it's saved by Sean LaMarche. 9:09 left to go in this third period of play. The score remains 4-1. Hornets over Broome County. But still, you've got just about 9 minutes of play left. Stranger things have happened, I will say. So, don't quite be thinking that this game is over yet, because, well, this is a game of hockey. Anything can happen. Face off one towards the center by Broome County. They're able to get it into the corner, though, by the Hornets, and we will have a penalty. Oh, and a little bit of an altercation here between one of the Broome County players. And Coach Wiz is not exactly happy with the conduct of Nick Sergeev, because they could have had certainly a power play here. But Nick Sergeev, well, seemingly had to open his mouth. .850 now remains in this third period of play. Oh, and it looks like another man will be sent to the Broome County box. And yet still, with all those other penalties, we will have 5-on-4. Face off, one back by FM. Oh, and Tyler Main almost bobbled it there. He's able to keep that possession, though. Looking to set something up for the Hornets. He sends it deep for his brother Drew over on the near side. Drew Main up for Leveroni. He walks it across the blue line. He hands it over to top for Will Sansone, I should say. Rolls around for Nico Capriati below the goal line. Will Sansone able to grab that in the far corner. Coming around the circle there. A shot just went off the goalie and wide of the net. Nico Capriati behind the goal. Well, Broome County able to grab that. They send it up the near side, and that'll go way out of the zone. Almost bordering icing here. And here comes Joey Leveroni coming around the net there. He tried to get a little bit of a half-hearted pass to Nico Capriati. And instead, it'll be Tyler Main's turn. But he gets a little bit of a forecheck in here. Because Broome County able to put all the pressure on they want. Tyler Main looking to go the other way. He almost drops that for Will Sansone. Broome County is able to intercept it, and they get possession in the Hornets' end. Will Sansone sending it up for Drew Main, though. Here they come once again. Coming out of their own zone, over the red line, over the blue line. And Drew Main able to get that just in, and he and Leveroni are able to keep it in. Shot comes, and the rebound will come again. And, oh, both are saved by the goaltender. Walker Thompson up at the top. A shot will come. Nico Capriati is right there, but he's not able to put it in again. Drew Main coming around the circle. A shot. It'll go into the shins of the defender. Walker Thompson will put a shot on, and it goes wide. Will Sansone sending it over to Drew Main. He shoots it, and it goes wide. Nico Capriati putting a big hit on there. And Broome County will get it into the far corner. Will Sansone, though, able to possess that. He'll send it back for Capriati. Capriati tried to get it back for Sansone. Sansone will have to cheat in here, but they'll get it off the skate there of Drew Main, and we are even strength. Drew Main leaving that for Nick Sergeev. Oh, and I thought at least for a second there that FM had too many men. But here comes Broome County again, and they shoot it wide. And they try to get it off the back of the goaltender. And Sean LaMarche is able to save it. Oh, boy. That one player caught Sean LaMarche a little bit out of his net there, and he saw an opportunity to get it off the back of LaMarche and into the net, but it didn't quite go. Well, I just about saw that thing just wide of that. And, oh boy. We regret to inform you that the stand on which Fu-Mei was standing unfortunately broke a little bit. And there is now a piece of it under the bleachers. Little bit of a party foul on the production side of here. But hopefully the content that we've been showing you has been worth it. .556 remaining in this third period of play. Boy, oh boy, you should have seen it. Face off. One to the side by FM. Jalen Meyer able to grab that. Will Sanzone in there to help him out, but Broome County sending it back towards the center. They will keep that possession, sending it up to the point man. Point man shoots, gets into traffic, doesn't quite go to the net. And the Hornets are able to get it out of harm's way, at least for now. Will Sanzone, though, gets a little bit tripped up. And we will have another delayed penalty on Broome County. We will hit that off the boards. A big shot there. And that'll be 2 for tripping. 5:31 remains in this third period of play. And we will have another man in the box for Broome County. .531 remaining in this third period of play. 4-1 is the score. Face-off to the right of Broome County goaltender. This face-off won back by the Hornets. Tyler Main grabbing that. Getting it off for Will Sanzone. Sanzone with a shot, and he scores! And Will Sanzone will get his first of the game. A power play goal, with only a couple seconds elapsed on that penalty. And the score is 5-1 Hornets over Broome County. Face off in the center. One back by the Hornets. But Broome County able to put some pressure on quickly. Grabbing that. Connor McDonald looking over his options, sends it over for Sanzone, but Sanzone not able to get it. Oh, and they will call a penalty on Will Sanzone. That'll be 2 minutes for hooking. And just as the Hornets are able to capitalize on a power play, they will go down on a penalty kill. Not quite what they would have wanted with 5 minutes left to go. Thankfully, they have a 4-goal padding now. Face off, one back by the Hornets. Gets it in the hands of Joey Leveroni. He will send that all the way down. That'll get off the Broome County goaltender, right on target. But thankfully, long shots like that are a little bit easy for goaltenders, unless they are napping. Broome County grabbing that, trying to get it out of their own zone. They just do, after it was a little bit of a bobbling puck. Walker Thompson getting it just off the boards there, but Broome County able to keep it in. We'll work it along the near side, over to the near point man, back to the boards. Broome County setting something up here, and Walker Thompson will pop it out of the zone. And Broome County will have to regroup. Send it over to the far side, send it back to the near side. Walker Thompson, though, sending it back off the boards. It'll get into the hands of Joey Leveroni, but Broome County will grab that, get that possession back quickly. 4 minutes remain in this third period of play and of this game, unless if some, well, I should say miracle happens, a shot will go wide of the net. And Broome County possessing it deep in the Hornets' end. They technically still are on a power play, but Broome County able to get that one back. After a little bit of physical play, it'll trying to get a shot off, but it went into the skates there of an FM defender. They'll get it just out of the zone. Here comes Henry Dowdy, looking to get a couple moves on. He takes a shot. He's gone! And Henry Dowdy on a one-man operation gets a shorty. Well done by him. .323 remains in this third period of play, and the Hornets now have a 5-goal pattern. Face-off, one back by Broome County. Looking over their options. Sends it off of Henry Dowdy there. Gets over towards the near boards. Still in the Broome County end. And now they take it out. Coming up the near side into the Hornets end now. Trying to make something happen here late in the game. Well, look to get it over towards the near boards. Into the near corner it goes. And a big hit will come from Gavin Nano. Didn't quite have much effectiveness as a shot comes from the far point. But it'll be blockered away by some of the FM defenders. Gavin Nano trying to play football with it, trying to get a big catch there. Henry Dowdy able to grab that. He sends it up for Dmitry Sergeev. He gets a big hit and another big hit there. And they will have another penalty. And Sergeev is a little roughed up there. And we will have a call for interference on Broome County once again. And Dmitry Sergeev got a white wallop there. 2 hits on him. I'll say for the Sergeev twins, it takes a lot to truly injure them. But something like that, unfortunately, seems to have done it. .229 remains in this third period of play. And the Hornets have a power play once again. Face-off, one forward by Broome County. They're not able to get it out of their zone quite yet. They send it out to the near side. There's a little bit more room. Grabbing that, though, is Fu-Mei. We'll hand that off to Capriati. Capriati, looking to make a couple moves. Sends it back to Maine. Sends it to Tyler, Maine. Another shot, and he scores! And I'm not sure who got that. I believe it may have been Drew Maine. But the Hornets will go up 7-1 over Broome County. And boy, oh boy, once again, making quick work of that power play. They're able to get it in tight and put it where there was some twine. Wanting that face-off back are the Hornets. Will Sanzone grabbing that around the center circle. He'll dump it in. 2 minutes left to go in this third period of play. Connor McDonald looking over his options. Hands it over to Will Sanzone. I don't think he quite realized that McDonald had handed him the puck until it went past him. Broome County sending it all the way around to the other end. Walker Thompson already with a goal tonight. Able to keep it in. Will Sanzone trying to get some pressure on here, but Broome County able to get it out of their own zone. Nick Sergeev able to grab that. He makes 2 Broome County men run into each other. A little bit comically. One of them putting on a little bit of stick action to him. Not quite happy with Nick Sergeev's conduct. But that is the physical game of hockey. Broome County with a shot. Turned away by LaMarche. Walker Thompson grabbing that. Broome County, though, will put a hit on and grab that possession back. Walker Thompson, though, trying to get that back himself. He gets it back from Broome County themselves. It'll get up to Will Sanzone. Sanzone, oh, and a little bit of a rolling puck. He gets away from him, and a big hit will come on him. He's able to take that Broome County man down with him. Broome County will get it up the near side. Sending it all the way over to the far side. Gets Mick through his legs. Looking over his options. He takes a big shot, but it goes wide of the net. Less than a minute left to go. Well, actually, significantly less than a minute to go. We've got 35 seconds left. Tried to get a big hit on Connor McDonald there. Broome County just trying to put a 2 on the board instead of 1 on their side. A shot will come, and it gets covered up by Sean LaMarche. 22.1 seconds left to go in this third period of play. 7-1 is our score. And I guess now it's just a matter of, well, who is it that can keep the scores? Broome County just trying to get one more on the board for themselves in the 15 seconds that we have left. The Hornets is trying to keep them to the outside. Broome County with a shot, and it gets turned away by Lamarche. Henry Dougherty grabbing that, sending it up for Ellis Thompson. He will get it up and out. And that'll do it. As one of the referees tried to send Gavin Nano and another of the Broome County players to the box. But the buzzer sounded, and saved by the bell they were. Final score here from the Duke Arena, 7 for the FM Hornets, 1 for Broome County. And boy, oh boy, that was quite the swarm that the Hornets have put on this game. And they were able to get a slew of goals. 3 goals in the first and the third, 1 goal in the second. And Sean Lamarche able to get the save there. He let in none of the shots that were put against him in that third period. Well done to him. But anyways, that'll do it for our coverage here at the Duke Arena on the shores of Skaneateles Lake. We thank you all for watching. We really couldn't do it without your support here. And we will bid you a good night from Skaneateles. Final score tonight, 7 for the Hornets, 1 for Broome County. We will see you on July 18th, where the Hornets, I believe, will go up against Ithaca. So be sure to tune in for that. And I will say once again that my friend Eric Shear may be joining us for a little bit of color commentary. So it'll, for the first time ever, it'll not just be me. Anyways, we thank you for watching.